Let's go! Okay?
All right. Yeah, Peaches got it.
Yippee!
Here we go.
We're back for another edition of the Funtendo Market Report on today, Thursday, March 28th, 2024. Let's jump right into the show. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 47.29 points for today, followed by the NASDAQ Composite Index down 20.06 points for today. The S&P 500 Index up 5.86 points. The Nikkei Exchange up 131.75 points. And the London FTSE stock indexes all posted gains. Checking in on live spot gold, the spot market is currently closed. However, gold posts a 38.80 gain for today. A very solid gain. The 30-day change shows that gold is up $200.60, followed by the one-year change up $274.10. Silver for the day is up 34 cents per ounce.
Yeah!
Moving into the currency exchange rates, the dollar posts gains against all major currencies except for the Hong Kong dollar, the Indian rupee, the Japanese yen, and the Mexican peso. The dollar took a small loss against those currencies. Let's jump into cryptocurrency prices. Bitcoin up 2.06% within the last 24 hours, while Ethereum's up 2.10% within the last 24 hours. Some other notable altcoins: Dogecoin up 10.66% within the last 24 hours, and Shiba Inu up 2.97% within the last 24 hours.
Wee-hee!
Let's check in on crude oil. Crude oil up $1.82 per barrel today. Let's jump into the next segment, Mario's Madness, where we cover the top stock gainers and the top stock losers of the day.
Woohoo!
Leading the pack, Koito Manufacturing Co. Limited up 18.79%, followed by RH up 17.26%. Galaxy Digital Holdings Limited up 15.33%. Guardant Health Inc. up 14.87%. And Xiaomi Corporation up 12.13%. Moving into this top stock losers of the day. Braze Inc. down 12.42%, followed by MicroStrategy Incorporated down 11.18%. The Shimors Company down 9.07%. CleanSpark Inc. down 8.22%. And Banco Marco SA down 6.75%. Let's jump into the next segment, Peaches Paycheck.
All right.
Here's
Here we
how much you
go.
need to afford to purchase a starter home in the United States.
Buying a home in the U.S. is going up. According to new data out this morning, prices rose 6.5% over last year. Joining us to break it down is Javier David. He's the managing editor for business and markets at
Here we
Axios
go.
and also a CBS News contributor. All right, Javier, break down the data. What does it show us
All
about
right.
affordability and what's driving the increase? And also, this is a three-part question. Which states saw the biggest increase?
Well, it tells us something that we don't already know, which is we have a real affordability crisis. The case chiller data released this morning showed the 20 biggest metro areas rose for 11 straight months, hit a record high. The major sort of price increases amongst those were seen mainly in Detroit, Miami, New York, some of the hottest sort of markets in the country. The broader measure, the national index, also rose. It's up about 5%, more than 5% over the last year. We are looking at what is the convergence of mortgage rates that are, again, spiking comfortably above 7%. Home prices are also high now, as we see. It's just a sort of toxic brew that means that people are not willing to sell houses, and the people that are actually looking for them don't have a lot of stock or don't have a lot of affordable options.
Yeah.
Okay,
Peaches
so
got it.
prices are rising, but we are expecting mortgage rates hopefully to go down later on this year. So would that make it a buyer's market or a seller's market?
Here we go.
Well, the active word here, I think, is hopefully. We're in a different place now than we were even a month ago. I think markets were expecting the Federal Reserve to start cutting rates sometime in the first half. We've had a run of unexpectedly hot inflation data. That means that the Fed is not necessarily going to hike rates again, but they're not in a rush to cut. So all of the hopes and dreams that we had built around this idea that the Federal Reserve was going to be giving us easier policy, the timetable is being pushed back a little bit. And that means if you were on the sidelines waiting for a more favorable rate, you may have to wait a little bit longer. So it will actually help once the cuts start taking effect, and those cuts are unlikely to be seen before June. You'll have a little bit more of what I guess you would consider it. No, I wouldn't call it a buyer's market because it's still going to be pretty high in terms of rates, and these prices don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon either.
Yeah, Peaches got it.
Why are eggs so expensive right now? While bird flu is genuinely the main culprit for the price of eggs going up, there are other factors such as the cost of labor and the high price of chicken feed. If you've examined your grocery bill lately, you've probably noticed the price of eggs has gone up. For a few years now, egg prices have been all over the place. Sometimes the prices have been pretty stable or even low, other times wildly expensive. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, egg prices in February were around $2.99 a dozen.
Yeah,
Last August, eggs were selling for around $2 a dozen. And egg prices are expected to continue to go up for at least a few more weeks. As bad as a $3 carton of eggs is, it's nothing compared to January 2023 when a dozen eggs on average were $4.80.
Take that.
But as people who have been grocery shopping for a long time know, eggs have historically been among the cheapest foods out there.
Peachy.
Let's jump into the next segment, Wario's recklessness. New York City congestion pricing, first in the nation, is approved at $15 and up per vehicle. Let's jump into the next segment, Bowser's blunders. PowerBall jackpot increases to 935 million after no one wins the top prize. The drawing came a day after a player in New Jersey won a 1.13 billion Mega Millions prize after 30 straight drawings without a winner. The Powerball jackpot increased to an estimated 935 million after no one matched the 6 numbers drawn Wednesday night. The numbers selected were 37, 46, 57, 66, 60, and Powerball 8. The drawing came a day after a player in New Jersey won 1.13 billion Mega Millions prize after 30 straight drawings without a winner. The Powerball jackpot has been growing for months. Since the last winner on New Year's Day, there have now been 37 consecutive drawings without anyone hitting the top prize. The game's odd of 1 in 292.2 million are designed to create big jackpots that will grab attention and increase sales. Now, the reason this makes Bowser's blunders is because the lottery is something that preys on people that are low income. Most people that are lower income, they're dreaming of hitting this Powerball jackpot, and some do, but the majority of people are going to lose their money over the course of their lifetime. So I don't know exactly how much money you're going to lose over the course of the lifetime. If it's going to be thousands of dollars, if it's going to be tens of thousands of dollars, it just depends on how much you're spending. However, I definitely think that this is something that people that don't have a lot of extra income to spend or can afford to lose should not be playing the lottery. If you're going to go play one ticket and play modestly, and you're going to play $2 one ticket per week, that's going to cost you roughly about $100, just over $100 in a year. That might be reasonable because even if you buy more than one ticket, your odds don't really significantly increase. So for that reason, Powerball and the lottery, your Bowser's blunder of the day. Let's jump into the next segment, DK's dummy of the day. Sam Bankman-Fried sentenced to 25 years in prison for his role in collapse of XTX crypto exchange.
Cryptocurrency mogul Sam Bankman-Fried, the former tech billionaire and FTX founder, was sentenced today to 25 years in prison for what prosecutors called one of the biggest financial frauds in American history. CBS's Earl Barnett has details from the courtroom.
The former king of crypto was dressed in a beige jail uniform in a Manhattan federal courtroom today, acknowledging a series of his own bad decisions. Sam Bankman-Fried learned his sentence of 25 years after telling the court, quote, "I am sorry about what happened at every stage." Prosecutors argued the MIT graduate was motivated by greed, bilking unwitting customers out of more than $8 billion before the collapse of FTX, the cryptocurrency exchange he founded. Judge Lewis Kaplan agreed, saying the 32-year-old was remorseless. Sunil Kavuri was one of his victims.
I lost huge amount of money when FTX collapsed. And
how much?
$2 million. So, and that was for a family home and for my children's education, and that's overnight.
Bankman-Fried was once hailed as the future of finance, with an estimated net worth of $26 billion, and enlisting celebrities including quarterback Tom Brady,
I'm getting into crypto,
and basketball star Steph Curry.
I'm not an expert, and I don't need to be.
To promote his brand. Back in November, a jury unanimously found Bankman-Fried guilty of 7 counts, including conspiracy, fraud, and money laundering. Michael Lewis wrote a book on the crypto star's rise and fall and has been in contact with him while detained. He says the man is hardwired for risk.
You put your hand on a hot stove and you don't know to take it off until it's burned to a crisp. He doesn't feel risk.
Now, there is no parole for federal crimes, but good behavior can reduce time served. Bankman-Fried's lawyers will appeal this sentence, and Judge Kaplan recommends he serve in a medium security prison in the Bay Area of Northern California, Nora. That's closer to Bankman-Fried's parents.
Well, Burnett, thank you so much.
Y'all know what time it is. It's Bowser's Beauties Thursday.
Use that tone to me. What tone? That sarcastic, contemptuous tone that means you know everything because you're a man and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
You're not.
You bastard.
Let's jump into the final segment, Yoshi's Yummies. That's going to wrap it up for today's episode of the Funtendo Market Report on today, Thursday, March 28, 2024, where we don't act funny when it comes to your money.
Take that! Bingo! Bye-bye!